Time to bring the bass back.
Mix is the beat of our culture. Our stories.
So I see myself having a couple number one albums.
Spotlighting inspiring content from Generation Mix. The next generation of creators, artists, and filmmakers. Our music. Discover fresh artists first from around the world. Uniquely Filipino.
It's hard to get this energy anywhere else.
Mix is the beat of our culture.
Hey guys, it's Sam with 2M's and welcome to this MYXclusive interview. Woo! Happy Monday morning, everyone. To everyone who's tuning in live here on Mix on our platforms. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Monday morning. I know it is the start of the week. It can be slow for some people, but do not worry, you guys, because we're going to be giving you some good vibes here on Mix, because today I'll be having a very special guest who will be joining me, and I'm so excited that he is back here on MYXclusive. I have interviewed him a couple of times before, but it's been quite some time since then, so I'm excited to catch up with him because he recently released an EP under Tarsier Records, his first EP actually under Tarsier, and I'm so excited to talk about the music, but also the process and just everything that he has going on. So everyone, please welcome back to MYXclusive, Recio! Woo!
Yo, what's up, Sam? It's good to be back. Thank you for introducing me in such a flattering way. I appreciate the love. I missed you too. It's good to be back, and I'm ready to vibe out and have a good time.
Yay! So actually, guys, I saw Recio, backstage kanina, obviously before we started this live. And can we just acknowledge, no, the fact na nag-unplanned matches kami ni Recio today, guys. As in,
No big deal.
like,
No big deal.
literally. As in, di namin pinag-usapan to. We did not plan it at all. Look, sobrang sakto. Not just our outfit, but also our background is the same.
Yeah, framing, outfit. Kulang na lang yun, I guess, jewelry. And lighting. Iba yung lighting.
Iba lang. Pero it's the same vibes, you know, starting off our Monday on a good note today. Like I said, Mondays can be a little bit slow, diba, para sa iba. But we're here to bring you some amazing vibes to start off your week and your Monday. Pero kamusta ka na, Recio? Just for everyone who's tuning in, we caught up a little bit backstage kanina, but then how have you been these days? What have you been up to?
I'm good. You know, I said backstage as well. School just started, so, you know, I was talking about how I was trying to balance out, you know, music, sports, plus, you know, school. So, you know, it's maybe a stressful few adjusting weeks, but at the same time, I know everything will mellow out. But, you know, for now, let's talk about the music. Kind of want to talk about the EP that I just worked on. It's really fun. So, yeah.
Wow, di ba guys? Yun talaga yun eh. It's all about balance, no? Life is all about balance. The things that we have to do and want to do. I mean, it's all about priorities. And I just learned, I just realized that Recio is actually the first fencer that I know. he mentioned sports kanina, so like he's part of the fencing team, no, in school. So I thought that was really cool. And balancing that out with a lot of different things, I can imagine, is quite the task. But you got this, Recio, kaya mo yan. We believe in you. But like I said, no, there are a lot of things that we have going on personally, individually, and with a new year, I feel feel like we always have a refreshed mindset. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yung parang, kaya ko to, like, I
New
can do
year,
all
new
of
me.
these things. Diba? New year, new me. We recently had another new year, diba? The
Hmm.
lunar new year. So
Yeah.
parang, we had renewed energy. So ikaw ba, Resho, like, coming into the new years, how have you been feeling in terms of the goals that you want to achieve, the things that you want to do with your music, but also maybe also your personal goals?
Hmm. Oh, that's a heavy question. That's loaded.
Mm,
All right.
reflecting.
When it comes to, yeah, it's a good question. It's like a reflection type of question. Like you said, New Year, you kind of come into it with some new energy, and I'm sure
Mm,
everybody, even if they didn't purposely do it, subconsciously they do some mind cleansing to kick off the new year. And for me personally, I'm coming into, definitely like you said, coming into the New Year's with much more like refreshed headspace and energy. Um, I'm hoping we can like keep going for all the goals and stuff like that. We're slowly ticking them off, performance wise, recording wise, music wise. We're slowly ticking off the goals, and I love the pace that I'm going at. It's very me, stay to my own pace, and yeah, it's beautiful. I've been enjoying every step. So again, refreshed headspace. So I feel really good. We're ready to keep going, and yeah, that's what's
that's
up.
good. And yeah, I love it. Refreshed, I think, is a good way to put it, no? A refreshed mindset, especially during the New Year's, to really take on the things na gusto mong gawin within the
Mm.
year, and also, your long-term goals then. But you started off the New Year really, really, really well, no? Kasi you released a EP not too long ago, a few weeks ago, which is
Yeah.
called How Does It Feel, which is
Yep.
composed of 5 tracks, you guys. So this is your first
Mm.
EP
Mm-hmm.
under Tarshir Records, and
That's right.
congratulations,
Thank you very
Resho,
much.
on the release. Amazing way to start the year. But I do want to ask about the title of the EP, like,
How
how
does
does
it
it
feel?
feel? Yeah, so that's a really interesting, choice for a EP title. So what was your thought process behind, naming the project How Does It Feel?
All right. Funny thing about like the naming title,
Mm-hmm.
it went through so many
Mm-hmm.
different names. First off, like I
Oh.
don't think how many times I talk to my friends and talk to people close with me, like how do I name
Mm-hmm.
this thing? And I went through like a list of names. I think I went around like 12 names, um, for naming the EP, and then I went back to the first one, which is how does it feel? So
Mm-hmm.
in my high school days, the reason why it's called how does it feel is because I was asked that question a lot when I was like going around looking for some like guidance and like looking for some advice. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and the reason why it stuck with me is because um, in order to ask yourself how does it feel, you have to put yourself in a headspace for reflection. And I feel like that's one of the things that a lot of I guess younger people forget is that they're moving really fast, and they need to take some time to reflect and really understand what they will feel themselves, because you got to process what you're feeling before you can like move forward and stuff. So yeah, I guess that saying of how does it feel to me is kind of just a reminder to sit down and process what you're feeling. And
Mm-hmm.
when I'm sitting down and processing what I'm feeling, you further understand yourself. I'm able to also, translate that feeling towards my music and write a song about it. So when you say how does it feel, if you look at the messages in each of the songs, they're kind of like an answer to how I react or how an individual can feel in certain situations. So yeah, that's how I kind of like thought about it. Um, I don't know why we changed the name so many times, but then how does it feel stuck? And I'm happy with it. And how does it feel? Feels good.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. See, that's what I love about this EV title. Like, how does it feel? Like, it's like a question, you know what I mean? But very
Mhm,
open-ended. Like,
mhm,
it can be many things to other people, diba? And I
mhm,
love that it intertwined with yung mga songs that came with the EP. Like you said, it
mhm,
answers the question of how does it feel. And I totally agree. Like a lot of us, especially like you said, younger people, we like to skip over our feelings, diba? We just want
mhm.
to get to like when it's done
Get
na.
it
Ayoko
done.
na, like
Yeah.
yeah, like I want to move forward, but you can't really move forward until you process everything. And I agree.
Mm,
How does it feel? Is a very good like prompt to process all of these feelings. But for me, for you, Resho, how does it feel now that it's out there for everyone? Something that you've been working hard on for quite some time, and now it's here for everyone, and people can listen to it already.
First of all, I feel really accomplished and really grateful.
Mhm.
First of all, grateful to my team over there at Tarshi Records for helping me out release this and for all the support. I'm thankful for my friends and my family because God knows what it would be like if they weren't there. Like my parents pushed me to keep creating, and of course my friends who literally helped me work on the EP. So I feel very, I guess, first off, I'm very proud of it. At the same time, I feel like we can keep doing more, and I can't wait to keep doing more. So yeah, I'm very proud of it, and we're gonna keep going. And I
Mhm.
guess shout out all the people who really helped me work on the EP because even like little help that people give, it's huge to me. So I'm very grateful, and I will never forget that. So thank you everyone who's supporting it. I'm very happy. Love you all.
Oh, I love that. I love that you really put a focus on the people who
Hmm.
helped you create the EP then. Because, it's very easy to talk about your feelings though, but to
Yeah.
have other people and mention the other people who helped you kind of put everything together, I think is really, really cool. So what was it like putting the whole thing together? Like you said, you had a lot of friends who helped you also
Hmm.
with, the tracks and just the EP. So what was it like actually creating the EP and the project?
Oh. What was it like? Well, we wrote some of the songs, I think, over a year ago, around this time
Mhm.
last year as well. I think a lot of the songs are written around that time. And during that time, um, obviously, that was the quarantine high, I'm pretty sure, right? Everyone
Yeah.
was being locked down, so we couldn't move around. So when I began working on the EP, we really, from the get go, we already experienced like, I guess, things pulling us back, like not being able to go meet up with each other and like think about music and stuff like that. So I had to work on a lot of the tracks alone in my room. And I get it, like from an outside perspective, that can get lonely, but at the same time,
Mhm.
that's where I got a lot of the ideas of the tracks, writing the tracks and producing the tracks. Um, I realized that alone. But I wouldn't have been able to finish the EP, obviously, without the help of my friends. Who I guess after I'd work on a song, I'd go send it to a homie. He'd get back to me and be like, "Yo, I love this about it. But then let's add this to it. Let's try adding this to it." And yun nga, even though it was just quick comments, like maybe like 1 2 minutes, um, comments, I'd read them and really try to understand why they would want to add it or why someone would like it.
Mhm.
So, yun nga, working on the EP primarily alone, but then a lot of help from other people and a lot of friends. Um, that's one of the things that we experience with regards to writing the instrumentals. But on top of that, recording the tracks was wow, it was fun too, because
Mhm.
I'd have to call my friend, my guitarist friend up and be like, hey, can you play these chords for me? And then funny thing is, he'd be like, oh, yo, I gotta work on schoolwork. I'll get back to you like
Oh.
next week, man. I'm like, oh, damn, okay. So it both took time and a lot of effort from both sides, like not both sides, or from a lot of people, and a lot of
Mhm.
patience from us as well to just get the tracks done. But it was worth it in the end. I had a lot of fun talking about it with my friends, making it with my friends, and really exploring my own lyricism and my own art. Because definitely with this EP, it's like I fell in love with music all over again. That's how it feels.
Wow. That's a very powerful feeling.
Thank
Kind
you.
of something that, diba? Like something you already like to begin with, but
Hmm.
finding that kind of renewed sense
Yeah.
of like, why you're doing it and passion and falling in love with it again. I think, wow, that's a very moving, I
Yeah.
think, thing. Yeah, and especially for an EP, I think that's very important to you. I can tell, it's something that took quite some time. And, I can sense that you have real friends in your life because they're very honest with you.
Mm,
Like if they
for
can't
sure.
do it, they'll be like, okay, like I'll get back to you in a week. Diba? Like
Yeah.
that's real friend stuff. And also
Yeah.
saying na parang, yeah, but you can do this also in the song. I mean, That's what you call real friendship. So shout out to all your friends though.
Can I shout him out real quick?
Yeah,
That
go
friend.
ahead. Go
All right,
ahead.
yo. It's actually it was his birthday a few days ago, and he released a song on his birthday called Lemonade. His name's Javier Sale. He's part of my collective, part of
Mhm,
11 Collective, the homie.
mhm,
Shout out him. He wrote the bass and performed the bass on the track in Bloom, and
mhm,
that bass, that second verse, the second chorus bass lines, always gonna be like so nice to me. So shout out him. He really like was patient and was really like he put everything into like accomplishing a task. So shout out him. I appreciate him. Love him so much. So yeah.
Yeah, shout out to
Shout
you,
out him.
Javier. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
wherever you are, we
So
hope you're having a good day and a good life. We appreciate what you do, obviously, and Rachel
mhm,
obviously appreciates it too. And
for
yeah, I
sure.
love that. The EP
Mm-hmm.
it was a process for you. Like you grew a lot. Also, I can imagine from the whole process of like songwriting and just creating everything together. So after the release and creating this EP, how do you feel like Resho as an artist is different now?
I heard a saying from an artist. I
Mhm.
think Dominic Fike, one of my favorite artists. I think
Ooh.
like every time you write music, you're kind of peeling away a layer of yourself, like an onion. I think
Mhm.
Shrek said this. Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. That one, but I'm just joking. Um,
Yeah.
I think every time you write music or every time you create art, you expose a layer of yourself, and yun nga, that ability to be vulnerable has helped me grow a
Mhm.
lot because I'm no longer afraid to be myself in any situation, especially with regards to my music writing, because I'm literally putting a piece of my soul out to the world, piece of my soul out to
Mhm.
the world. No, grabe yan. Pero I'm putting a piece
Yes.
of myself out to the world, and I'm letting people experience it themselves. So
Mhm.
yeah.
I love that, no? From Dominic Fike to Shrek.
Mm.
Yan ang range, guys,
I've
no?
matured a lot, yes. I've
Oo.
matured a lot. Really, my sense of humor and my range has grown. So
That is what you call range, you guys.
range. That's what's up.
You can apply quotes like that, no, to
Hmm.
life, which is true though. I totally agree. We do learn na, like you said, you share yourself as an artist now
Hmm.
with what you create, not just like in the words but also the whole process. You're literally sharing your time and effort, so
Yeah.
it's very, it's very intensive
Hmm.
process also creating music. And now that it's finally out there for people, diba, it's like you're vulnerable in front of other people, but finally you could also help them go through whatever they're going through. Music moves people in many different ways and many different forms, and we're excited that you're able to put out this EP that helped you grow a lot, but also will help other people grow a lot. I think that's one of the trippiest things about music, the way that
One of
it
the
helps you.
one of the things I said when I first went to MYXclusive, I think I forgot what question you asked
Mm,
me. But when I first went to
mm,
MYXclusive,
mm.
I think you asked me something about the purpose of my music or something like that, the
Yeah.
meaning.
Wow.
One of the things I said was um I wish the music that I create will help others the way it helped me. And the way you say that, like when you say that, oh, the music like helping others now too, I really love that. So it really validates what I was going for, and I'm hoping it's doing what it's doing because
Mhm.
it's one of the reasons why I make music and continue to make music. It's for other people to know that they're not alone and get help in any way, shape, or form, even just comfort
Mhm.
or just relax, and it's all good. So yeah,
Mm.
I like
No,
how you mentioned that.
yeah.
I
I
love
really,
it.
yeah. See, we've come full circle, you guys, but we've
Mhm,
also, there are many different circles yet we have to achieve. You know what I mean?
mhm.
So even though we've come full circle right now, which makes us
Yeah,
excited for everything that you have planned and everything you want to do. Because as a listener, that's what I love about music. Na parang even if you don't realize you need some sort of comfort, then you listen to music and you're just like, you feel
agree.
better afterwards, diba? That's, I think, one of the best and most powerful things about music. So I'm sure whoever is listening to your music definitely feels the same way. I mean, when I listened to your EP, I was like, this is total vibe. It was just like an escape from life and just everything going
Mhm.
on, but also
Yeah.
something that can accompany life. You know what I mean? Kind of like a soundtrack. I thought that was also
Mhm.
really
Mm.
cool. And I
Definitely.
thought I think In Bloom was my favorite from
Oh,
the EP. So can you tell us more about In Bloom? Because it's
ooh,
my
in bloom.
personal favorite.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's new to the EP.
Yes, extremely new.
Yes, there you go.
Um, we're cutting down the tracks because I
Mm-hmm.
originally sent a ton of tracks towards Tarsier. Shout out Tarsier for helping me figure out which tracks we're gonna release and I guess help me work on them. So we had a bunch of tracks. We cut them down, and we had one of the tracks. I'm not gonna say the name of the tracks, but then we loved it. But when I was working on it, I really couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish like writing the lyrics for it. I guess it just didn't feel right. So instead of finishing projects, we do what every artist does. Instead of finishing projects, we just make a new project. So I kind of abandoned one of the songs, and then I started writing music. And one day I came up with some chords, and 4 days before the deadline of the other song, I submitted In Bloom instead. And I think
Clutch.
Devin, the A&R of Tarshir, Devin, he loved it. So he's like, yo, let's add this to the EP. I was like, can we replace the one track with this song instead? Because I can't really seem to finish it. I just came honest. I came clean. I was like, hey, I can't finish it.
Yeah.
So instead, we submitted that track, and he loved it. And then we started work. And then 4 days before, when he approved it, it was like, oh my gosh, okay, let's clutch this. So I called up my friend Santi. He's a guitarist. Called him up. I was like, yo, I need like your help with this guitar track. And I called Javi up. I was like, Javi, I need you to play bass. So the 4 days, within the 4 days of within the 4 days of before release, we got to finish it. We got the final mixing. We got the mastering and all that done, and we finally got to submit it. So we clutched In Bloom, but it ended up being a lot
Mhm.
of people's favorites. So
Yeah.
I think my sound engineer Nick was like, "Man, this song's beautiful. You should cram more often."
Mhm. Yeah.
So I was like thinking to myself, no, cramming's a bad thing, but then maybe in this case it was a good idea. So
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah, don't cram, kids. Stay in school. Don't cram.
Yes, as someone who was a crammer, do not cram, you
Don't
guys. But
don't.
a lot of unless you're someone who thrives well under pressure, I don't know. It depends on people, diba? I was like that in school, so
Mhm,
I totally get what you mean. Like cramming is bad, but like sometimes there are good things, obviously, like
yeah.
in Bloom that out
Hmm.
come out from it, and now we have the very very beautiful song In Bloom. And
Hmm.
what I really love about In Bloom, it kind of feels like, how do I describe? Like I felt very visual listening to it. I don't know if that makes sense, but like when you listen to it, it kind of feels like what going through a wavelength would feel like. I don't know if that makes
Ooh,
sense, but that's how
yeah. I call
I
it
kind
love
of
sound.
imagine it.
Call it love sound.
Yeah.
Call it love sound. That's what I like
Yeah.
about it. Because
Mm-mm.
In Bloom's definitely one of like the first love songs I've
Mm-hmm.
released.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's a love sound. What you're feeling when you
Yeah.
listen to the song's a love sound. So yeah,
Oh, I
I'm
love
gonna keep
that.
repeating that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that now. It is very
Hmm.
love sound. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what it sounds like. So that's a good way to put it. So yeah, if you guys haven't heard In Bloom on Resha's EP, How Does It Feel? And if you haven't listened to How Does It Feel yet, you guys are missing out. So make sure to check that out. But speaking of, Isa did mention the cover art too of the
Mm.
EP, which I thought was also
Yeah.
vibey,
Mm-hmm.
very like wavelengthy. You know what I
Wavy,
mean? So
wavy, love soundy.
yeah, so
Yeah.
love soundy. So
Mhm.
what was the idea behind the EP cover art too?
So like I said,
Mm.
don't cram, don't ever cram. Um, and don't get me wrong. Actually, in my
Mhm.
head, actually, I'm only saying it's cram because we finally worked on it a few
Mhm.
days before something is due. But in reality, a lot of the tracks that we create and a lot of the work that we do is very premeditated, very
Yeah.
long planning, like making mood boards and like continually growing knowledge on certain things that you want to incorporate into your art. We did it with In Bloom and the cover art as well. So for example, In Bloom, we referenced a few songs and through years of practice of
Mhm.
different things. But then when it comes to the cover art, I'd like to shout out my friend, one of my best friends in the entire world. Shout out Saleh, who's she's many things: producer, designer, photographer, editor, everything. She's a lot of things. But she's very multi-talented, and we've been working on mood boarding cover arts for like around 2 years already, and we
Wow.
finally decided which cover art we'd go for. And shout out her who came through. I think also a week before our due date. Um, we arranged the shoot together, a guerrilla shoot. We didn't have a studio, so we made a makeshift studio in our office building. And yeah, we took the shots. We planned out the editing, and she did absolutely amazing with very little time and very little resources. She did absolutely
Mm.
amazing. So shout out her, amazing work. So yeah, that was the kind of experience going behind it. That even though physically doing it and experiencing it was very last minute, a lot of the work that we do comes from years of like gathering resources and gathering knowledge for what we do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I love about it. It
Mhm.
came out of not desperation but an experience.
Yeah.
Whew,
Yeah,
bars.
exactly. Wow. Wow. That's stuff that you write in your journal, you know. No, but like I love that. That's so true.
Mhm.
That's when, quote unquote cramming or like working under pressure is really,
Mhm.
really good when everything is already premeditated that when you're actually
Mhm.
doing it, you already know what to do. And that's
Yeah.
why it comes out the way that it does, right?
Mhm.
That's when it becomes unlike when you're cramming for the sake of cramming, that's a whole different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's
with this
different.
one, I love that you kind of already knew what you wanted, direction that you wanted to go. Like for
Mhm.
example, with the music, but also with the visuals of it, like creating mood boards. I think that's really really cool.
I love
I
making
don't
mood
often
boards.
hear, yeah, I don't often hear people say that they still create mood boards. I feel like that's
Love mood
our
boards.
generation. Like I love mood boards also. Ever since I
Love
was
mood
young, I
boards.
feel like they get it
It's a
totally is. Yeah, go ahead.
To me they're like an underrated art form, because anything can
I
be put in your mood
agree.
board. You know, you just gotta
Yeah,
learn how
that
to
is so true.
categorize things. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can definitely get the mood from a mood board. Like you'll
Definitely.
definitely, yeah. So I love
For
that you
years,
do
people have
that.
been using them like physical mood boards, and now that we have online
Mm-hmm.
mood boards, I think it's become
Mm-hmm.
like if you combine both, it becomes incredibly powerful. Like having your inspiration and resources right in front of you. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
utilize that as much as possible. Mood boarding works,
Yes.
guys. Try it. Try it out.
Yeah.
It's fun to make, and it gets you in the right headspace to create. So, if you're an
Oh
artist
yeah.
too, or if you just want a mood board, hell yeah, go for it.
I agree. Like even a mood board for your life, I think like doesn't even have to
Yeah.
be for like something that you have to do, but like even just a mood board of your dream life, I think is very powerful. It's kind of like manifesting the things that you
Manifesting,
want to
yeah.
happen, right?
Yeah.
Oo, 'di ba? And then nangyari talaga for Resho, 'di ba? So guys, it really works. Super interesting processes that went behind, of course, the EP of Resho, his newest EP, which is called How Does It Feel? If you haven't listened to it yet, it's available on multiple digital streaming platforms.
That's
But
right.
with this release, so this makes us excited for everything that you have planned, everything you want to do. So what else can we expect coming from you, Russia? Do you have anything in the pipeline that we can look forward to?
I'm not quite sure. I just ask you said, do I have anything coming up? I know I have a ton of I guess lots of performances and stuff coming
Oh,
up.
there you go.
So if you guys want to go check them out, I appreciate it. I think I also have
Mhm.
like a performance video and interview tomorrow as well. So if you guys want to catch me perform, hopefully physically as soon as possible, we'll hopefully we'll definitely bring it out. On top of that, Isa just said we have a lyric video on Tarshir's YouTube channel. So we have lyric videos for all the songs of How Does It Feel. So if you guys want to go sing along, I appreciate the love. On top of that, we have a Price of Love visualizer. It's really cool visualizer. You can see me moving around, being all weird and stuff. That's cool. I love the lighting and I love the team that work on it. So shout out them. Yeah. On top of that, sit back, relax, enjoy the music, and hopefully you guys can join me in my growth as an artist, as a musician, and as a person, because I've been making a lot of friends as fans and stuff like that, and I love hearing from you guys, and I appreciate all the love for real, all the love and all the kind words that people have been saying with regards to like my music and how it's helped them, and hearing that also kind of helps me. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you guys for the love, and yeah, stand by for more Retro in the future.
Yes, there you go, guys. So make sure to check out, of course, the EP, and then there's a lot of different kinds of content you guys can check out on Tarshier's YouTube
Mm.
channel, from lyric
Mm-hmm.
videos, visualizers as well
Mm-hmm.
for the EP of Recio. And you guys can
Yo.
follow Recio on his multiple digital streaming platforms, digital streaming platforms, online social media platforms. There you go. So where can everyone find you, Recio? I know you stream
Yo.
too, so you can
Mm-hmm.
invite everyone. Go ahead.
Yo, once again, guys, thank you guys for supporting. You guys can go stream my EP. How does it feel? Spotify, Deezer, title, all of that, everything. You guys can go stream my music on there. So I'd appreciate if you guys could go check it out. How does it feel? Go check it out. It's a good EP. On top of that, you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter, Rasho_Joaquin. On Facebook, just Rasho. And I stream on Kumu every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 p.m. Retro_. And yeah, we like to do singing over there, sometimes even cooking. And yeah, that's what we do. So yeah, if you guys want to go check me out, go ahead. I'm right here. And yeah, see you guys soon. Thank you for the love.
There you go, you guys. Make sure to follow Recio everywhere so that you guys can keep updated with everything that he has going on, from music to life to cooking. Even we stand a multi-talented person, so make sure to follow him everywhere.
Cooking.
Yes, but of course, make sure to listen to his newest EP, How Does It Feel, which is his first
Does it
EP
feel?
under Tarsier Records, available on multiple digital streaming platforms. And also check out Tarsier's YouTube channel for the many different kinds of content that you guys can check out there as well. But thank you so much, Recio, for joining us
Thank you
here
very much,
again on
Sam.
Mix today.
I love
Thank you,
MYXclusive.
thank you.
My favorite.
Oh, thank you.
for
And we
your
love
love.
having you. You're always welcome here. And thank you as well to everyone who tuned into this exclusive interview. Once again, don't forget to listen to How Does It Feel by Recio, available on multiple digital streaming platforms. Thanks, guys. This has been Sabatubs and Recio. Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday, y'all. Have a good day.